toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense is on the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's Cunningham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Simmons. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Florida's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Give to Brown. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Oh, they're after him. He'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw at Simmons. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bradley. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Beebe. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The sure hands, it's Wilson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Glagway. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. Touchdown Gators! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To the air, it's Glagway. Makes the catch, it's Wilson. Turning it on! They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Alexander. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Simmons. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the team...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Lagway. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Using his feet. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gators will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Looking for space. It's Beebe. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense calls a timeout, trying to get itself organized. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's the heat. Going for it all. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Found a little bit of running room, not down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Well, the offense goes toss, but the guys think they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab, it's Wilson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Snagged in the middle, it's White. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Trying to run, it's White. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Drills him with the stiff arm. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Simmons. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Hand off from the shotgun. Thrust that arm out. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Rebels will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Wants to bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Motion from the wide receiver. out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Trying to beat the D deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Back open in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Rides the back and leaves it. There he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Florida, 45. Ole Miss, 14.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gives it to the back on the draw. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big...
Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Grab near the sticks. It's Hawkins. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking for a huge play. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score pushed. Out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against a wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Johnson looking to throw. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Quickly complete. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Breaks into the open. Inside the 50. Past the 30. Past the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Reed. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Rebels decide to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The give to the back. Got a little space. Turning it on. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
To throw, it's Flagway. Gonna take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He might want another play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Intercepted, number 19.
This offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception. They force the turn.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here.